Throwing sports talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's go up to the heavyweights. It's a whole lot of stuff going on up there. We're gonna focus on some stuff that is it's kind of funny, but we knew it was gonna happen. I told you guys I was gonna bring a video saying why I don't believe that the Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua fight, the unification fight we think we're going to see, is going to happen in 2018. I've done one video about it, and I was about to do another one coming soon with my other reason. My first reason was because there's a rematch clause in that fight if Joseph Parker were to win, right? And I think that I was saying if Joseph Parker did win, then he's going to have confidence anyway. He gets more money in the second fight, so of course he's going to do that. Now, we focused on that. But my other reason now was the fact that I thought Joshua might do something else after he wins, right? And Povetkin beat me to the punch. Povetkin's done spilled the beans. And I say done. He done spilled the beans. He slipped, let it slip. They've been in discussions to have a fight. And I kind of thought that was going to happen because, we know Povetkin is going to fight David Price on the undercard. It makes a lot of sense, but we've talked about that. And it makes, a lot of sense. People will be able to see him take down a big guy like Anthony Joshua. We talked about it. And, of course, that fight can happen because Povetkin is the mandatory for him, as well as the mandatory for Joseph Parker, by the way. Povetkin is the mandatory for everybody right now. So there will probably be, people wanting to see him fight Anthony Joshua instead of the unification fight. And that's another reason why I don't think it's going to happen, right? In 2018, I really do think if Anthony Joshua wins that fight, he fights someone else. And if Joseph Parker wins that fight, he will be forced to fight Anthony Joshua, which means these guys are going to be tied up. We won't see any unification in 2018. And I told you, I hope I'm wrong about that. But it doesn't look that way. Now that brings me to another little heavyweight / cruiserweight. It's Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew just said recently, and I knew he probably had got a little bit of information about this. He was saying, it's disgusting with the drug cheats in boxing. Boxing has got to do something about them. You're going to have to give these guys lifetime bans. If you give one lifetime ban, then you would deter the other ones from doing stuff. He's disgusted because he says boxing, like we were talking about, this is a sport of concussion, baby. People can get hurt, people can get killed. Some people even have been crying out for it to be banned. So obviously you don't want people cheating with stamina drugs, and more power, and all those things that PEDs, especially radical PEDs, do to your system and advantages it gives you. You don't want that in a contact sport, not do you? Well, some of you do. That was question rhetorical. Some of you do. Some of you got this BTBG popping off so much it doesn't even matter if the guy's dope. You want people to fight him even if the other guy's proven to be dope. I've seen it with some people. The other dude was dope, you tell the guy to fight him anyway. The other dude don't want to take drug tests, you blame the guy who asked him to take a blood test. And we're trying to obviously not mention names because they have something in common in most cases. But we're not going there right now. But the point is, if people are being doped, and in boxing, it's like, pretty much everybody, them heavyweights, if we start mentioning them, well, we've done that before, right? But this guy has made it all the way back to the mandatory position, for everybody. So now, other people going to have to wait. The ones that weren't dope the whole time, going to have to wait. We talking about Povetkin is dope to the point of, I know you people didn't pay attention to it when that Bermain-Stavern fight was going to happen, and Stavern was in Russia after the weigh-in. He was supposed to fight the eliminator fight. The winner was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder, but Povetkin was doped again, this time Osterine. Remember that? Focus, guys. Well, 48 hours before, literally, before the fight, he finds out he's doped. They were able to get Johann Duhaupas over there in double-digit hours. I didn't say days, double-digit hours, right? To fight fill in. Now, why would you do that? Okay, how was that possible? So things like that This is not a guy who, we think theoretically cheated. Now, we're going to let these people back in, and a lot of people are fighting. And that's why Tony Bellew is disgusted, because he feels as though they're being rewarded, right? Has to be some kind of thing going where these guys have to pay for what they're doing. Now, Povetkin, speaking of paying, he had to pay Deontay Wilder $4.5 million for that fight. So he has paid. He has paid his fine as well, $250,000. We talked about that. So he has paid, and let's hope he's clean now, and people get second, third, fourth chances or whatever. Let's just hope he's clean now, and they keep this VADA testing going on. So it be a clean playing field, because we look with David Price ain't trying to get knocked out no more by nobody that's dope, right? So let's make sure that's clean for that too. But I think Tony Bellew has a point here. And I think I had a point here, meaning no unification in 2018. But that ain't going to be one of the reasons why. Don't Sports Talk Worldwide. And y'all, I'm up out of here.